Hey y'all, so today is day 10 in social distancing here in my city. Basically everything started out really small. We went from basically closing off certain things that had major meeting points, you know, like mosques, churches, schools, stuff like that. And then like a few days ago or yesterday it got implemented that non-essential businesses were to be closed, right? So even people's workplaces basically got closed. And it went from like having 50 people can meet to only 10 people, and I think now it's like only 2. If you live in the same household and there's nothing you can do, then whatever, but don't leave your house unless you have to do something like go to the bank, go to the hospital, or like the grocery store, because those are still open and you still need food. Anyway, so today I just want to talk about, I went for a run earlier, and it was amazing. It felt really good going out to run, even though, you know, it's like non-essential business. For me, running is essential because it takes away a lot of the stress that I'm dealing with right now with everything going on. So I want to talk about this book that I finished reading. I finally finished Ayaan Hirsi Ali's The Caged Virgin book, and I have a lot to say about it. So basically she has this idea that Islam needs a lot of reform, right? Those are her opinions, and she feels that Islam is not nice to women and that it needs to reform in order to get with the times. A lot of the things that she insinuates that Islam is doing to women is actually not part of Islam at all. It's more of like cultural practices that have been adapted by certain cultures. And for me, what I feel like she's trying to portray, she doesn't like collectivist societies. She's more about individualistic societies, and you know, I grew up in a collectivist society, and now I live in an individualistic society, and there's a lot of pros and cons to both, and really it shapes a person to view things differently that has those both. Even the way like I interact with people is different, but I also understand both perspectives and the importance of both. I don't think there's a good or bad. Like I said, each one has their pros and each one has their cons. If I find any articles or something, maybe I'll post them in the description box. And if you know anything about collectivist versus individualistic stuff, you know, you can always comment and add to the discussion. So yeah, there's certain things that she has said that I 100% agree with, and then there's certain things that I'm like, you're wrong. But like I said, she is free to say whatever she wants. We do live in a free country, and yeah, I guess that can go into the talk of like how governments are too. So it's a complex, it's complex what she's talking about. So anyway, that's that. Do I recommend the book? Go ahead, you know, read it. I think it's important to read things that you don't agree with, and maybe some other people will agree with what she said. The next book that I'm gonna start reading, Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man. I've watched the movie. And it's a good movie. And honestly, like, I obviously want to read this book because I just want to see if it truly gives, you know, insight. Like, it's kind of like, I guess, a guide to relationships for women, when it comes to dating, like how to be, I don't know, smart about it. But yeah, I've been reading a lot of books to kind of get my mind and myself in a better place. You know, I am in my 20s, and there's no better time than now for me to truly just, you know, work on my individual self and you know, my mind, and like truly growing and figuring out what I want to be. There's always that question of, who do you want to be when you grow up? What do you want to be when you grow up? And honestly, it's a question that I think about a lot because, yes, I'm 20 and I'm in my 20s. You know, but when is it that people really actually have it? Like, I don't think anybody really truly has it. Being content with who you are, it can only be, I feel like that's one thing that can only be connected to like a higher power. Like, I don't think, you know, or, you know, I don't want to ramble and, you know, say stuff that doesn't make sense, obviously, but these are just kind of like my opinions. But I feel outer things cannot make us fully complete. It has to be something within. So pretty much that's something that I'm working on right now, through reading and talking to various people that are going to uplift me in that kind of sense. So let me know what you all want to hear. I've gotten a lot of feedback from people on Instagram. I am trying to grow my channel, so I do kind of have a pattern, but not 100%. But it's picking up as it's going. Like, I'm figuring out what my mojo is, so just hang in there. Anyway, I hope everybody is safe around the world. Today is March 25th. I'm not sure when I'm going to post this, but it's 2 days till my birthday. Anyway, hope you all have a great rest of your week and truly just think about life and just be, I don't know, just be good. Like, I hope everybody is good, at least.